We're going on the Mekong River Cruise and it's Embarkation Day. Hi, Michelle here from Travelling Over 60. Come join me on this adventure. Now we've had a really long day today. We left our hotel at 8:15. We had a 5-hour drive, but finally we have reached the Mekong River and we are about to embark on our ship. Let's take a look at the weather. It's 29 degrees. So we dressed this morning for travel. Shorts, t-shirt, dress, thongs or flip-flops, hats, sunglasses, sunscreen and bug spray. And here it is, APT Mekong Serenity. Now the crew's eagerly waiting for us to get on. So let's go. Taking a look at the ground, you can see it's gravel. There's bumps, there's little holes, and there's a step to get up on the gangplank. Now there's handrails, take your time. And I wasn't very comfortable. You know I hate going over the water. A step down here and then walking on board. How exciting. Now that only gets us on board. Now we have to go up these stairs to take us into the main lobby. There is a railing to the right-hand side that you can hang on to. A few different levels here, be careful.
Welcome on board.
Oh, thank you.
Alright, so first phase will be a light lunch.
Now it's time to go straight downstairs to where the dining room is, as you probably heard, for a light lunch. Now you can see the stairs, they're well lit, but just take your time, they're curved. Once we make it off the stairs, the ground is completely flat from here. Now all we have to do is just pick a table, and there's plenty of them. Once we sit down, they're very quick to come and offer us a drink. While we wait, we just take in the view. Finally on the Mekong Serenity. So we've come down for a light lunch, and this is my view, looking out the window. Now we have some bread, and it's time to take a look at the menu. And it looks delicious. I opted to go for the fish. And this is the dessert. Yum. Now after lunch, we have a moment where we get our key and can quickly go to our room, but not for long because we're off on an excursion. So you'll have to wait for the room tour for the next video. Okay, we're heading out on Tuk Tuks to get to our excursion. This is just taking a look at the ground straight off the gangplank. And we have to make our way across to where the crew are, and they're going to help us up that slope before getting on a tuk tuk. Just when I thought, this is our transportation.
We're getting one of these?
We're getting one of these. Well, most of us are anyway. Oh, it looks like it's time for a selfie.
What's it now? Like heads picture.
Here's a couple of tips for you. Keep your mouth closed from the bugs. And if you have long hair, bring a hairband. Oh, hubby doesn't need to worry about that. Now, the first part of the travel on the Tuk Tuk was fine. Travelled over a bridge. How's that for a view? And we're travelling on just a normal road. And of course, we're enjoying this view. But then we get off the bridge and start to travel on a road like this. It's bumpy, it's dusty, And in some places it was muddy and there was puddles, so we just hoped that we weren't going to be splashed with mud. Now don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining. We enjoyed it a lot, but I'm just letting you know, if you happen to have a back problem, this may not be for you. Now if you take a look as we come round the corner, you can see we're all travelling together, which I suppose is a good thing in case we broke down. Now finally we arrive in our destination at Koh Pen. This is just giving us a look at how they live around here in tall stilted houses with crops growing in their backyard. And they also have beautiful orchids just growing in pots in their front yard. The orchids here in Vietnam and Cambodia were so beautiful. And all the people have been really lovely as well. But it's time for us to wave goodbye and get back on our tuk-tuks and head back to the ship. Now I'm really excited to get back on the ship. I can't wait to video it and be able to show you the ship and my room. But that's in the next video. Now here's a bit of a hazard. You can see these people here on the left. Remembering we walked up a slope. Well, we have to come down it as well. Thank goodness the crew were waiting for us. And don't forget, before you get on that ship, snap that selfie. It's starting to get late and we make our way back to our room. You know, we've got all that unpacking to do. We take a moment to clean up for dinner and then we go and do our mandatory safety drill. After that, we have a couple of drinks and then it's the captain's cocktail party and the briefing about what's to come. Now it seems like we just ate, but it's time for dinner. A nice selection of breads. And then we start with some prawns or shrimp if you like to call it that. Now soup is the next course. I don't really like soup, but the soups I've been having over here are beautiful. Then we move on to, I have the chicken and hubby has the beef. Now, of course, let's not forget dessert. Hi everyone, I've come in with something a little bit different at the end of this video. Now I mentioned in one of my other videos that I've booked another trip. Well actually, I've booked another two, but I'm only going to tell you about one. So I wanted to know if you wanted to play a game with me. I want to know where you think that I'm going to. Now I'll start you off with a couple of suggestions of where I might be going. And all you have to do is just answer which one you think it is. And then in the next video, I'll tell you where I'm going. So did you like that video? I hope you did. You know what time it is. This is the time in the video when I come in and I say, please support me and give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. Now this doesn't cost you anything, but it certainly tells YouTube that people are watching my videos. And if they know that somebody's watching, they're going to push it out to more people. And hopefully I'm helping some of you. If I am, let me know in the comments down below if I've helped you with some of my information. Anyway, hopefully it gets pushed out to more people and it helps more people. I really appreciate your support.